Amazing. Hi guys.
Hey there, welcome back. I want to make a video series of us playing Five Nights at Freddy.
We do not qualify for ad campaign. Welcome back to Babble. Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Take it away, girl.
This is crazy. Hi guys. Welcome back to Babble. We're looking at each other and you're looking at us. Um,
For
I'm
the very
Amelia.
first time, face reveal.
I was wondering last week if there were people, like if we have fans that we don't know and don't
So
know who
I
we
know the
are.
answer to that, and it's no.
Yeah. Um, so face reveal for all of you who already know us. But I'm Amelia. That's Lucy. I'm in the
Hey, girl.
FNAF hallway.
And I'm
Um,
really jealous of it. We have a guest on today, so I didn't want to put a background, but trust next
Fair.
episode I'm going to be having a background,
It's
and
gonna
it's
be
going
our
to be
thing.
cool and awesome.
Um, for our audio listeners, if you don't know what's going on, we have video podcasts for the first time.
So you can see
So
how bummy our mics look.
yeah, literally this. What is this? That's okay.
It's a song and it
Um,
makes it sound better. So,
yes. um, yeah, so these will be up on YouTube, but obviously we'll keep putting out the audio ones as well. But yeah, we're doing video episodes now because I don't know why we haven't been doing this before. It's so much easier. Um, we're also doing an insane rebrand right now. That was completely inspired by a dream I had where we got on the Boy Genius PR list because of our
and
podcast.
I said we have to start manifesting that right now.
And
Even if
literally,
Boy
like,
Genius never comes back, we got that dream ahead of us.
we just
That's
kind of we woke up today and we're like, okay,
yes.
like all of a
Today I
sudden,
said, oh, say we're gonna record today. I'm gonna
yeah,
make a PowerPoint and a master doc for this episode. Let's go ahead and rebrand everything. And it was
yeah.
awesome.
So you'll notice we have a new intro that I'm almost done
Amelia
with.
made.
It'll be done by the time this episode is out, but I'm very excited. We're
Mhm.
getting more personal with you guys. We're getting more professional. Um, TBD on what our logo will look at, like it might look different.
Guys, we're debating changing the logo. Well, I guess they'll know by now if we changed it, but I don't
Yeah.
like that blue color that we've been using, even though I made it. I no
Yeah,
longer like that blue color, and I'm thinking, I want a different color. And I've designed two designs already that Amelia didn't like, which totally
no,
fine.
I liked them both. I
But I
liked
do
them.
understand what you mean though. The one we have, it already feels more like a podcast
Right.
graphic than the ones I came up with. The ones I came up with were just like cutesy Pinterest like shuffles.
I
But
think like we could put those on the Instagram and like use them to help promote, like have people repost and stuff. Like they could just be little ads. Maybe we can
that's
buy
true.
Instagram
That's a
ads
good
again.
idea. Yeah, we
Um,
did buy Instagram ads like maybe the first week we started recording, which wasn't a good thing on our
no,
part
I think
because
we could do it now.
yeah, it reached a
Um,
lot of people. I
it
feel
did.
like or nor like an okay amount, but I don't know.
So yeah, big crazy rebrand coming. And honestly, this is just for us in a lot of ways. Um,
Yeah, and Amelia's new setting is like kind of our vibe for the rebrand. We really want to get into haunted, scary things. So if you want to join her there,
yeah,
I'm saying
I feel like I'm ripping off this other podcast now, but we're not. It's okay.
no, sorry we take inspiration from the greats.
Literally. No. We
Sorry we have role models.
The title of our podcast is Babble because we didn't want one like niche topic. We wanted to talk about
Yeah.
whatever we want to. So we're gonna have silly little topics for you guys all the time
Before we
and
get
sometimes
started,
not.
do you want to do like our ins and out, our ins, or like our three? What did we do last week that we liked?
Top three?
Yeah, our top three.
Yeah. Hmm. Friends, the TV show. It's a comfort show.
It's always up there for you though.
I know, but every once in a while it comes back around and I just can't stop watching it.
Amelia, I was watching Emergency Intercom and Drew was saying how much he likes
Trixie and
Grey's
Katya?
Grey's
Oh,
Anatomy, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Amelia."
wait, really?
Yeah, he started
Maybe I
watching.
didn't listen to that one.
Yeah,
Um, no, my ins are Friends the TV show, crocheting these little bandana things.
cute.
If anyone wants to buy one for me, please do. Um,
$50.
literally. And Facebook Marketplace again, but instead of buying off of Facebook Marketplace, it's now selling off of Facebook Marketplace because I sold $50 worth of clothes literally 4 hours after I posted stuff on Facebook
That's
Marketplace.
awesome. That's really good.
So I highly recommend.
Me,
If
when
you
I
can't tell,
sold a single Harry shirt for $70 on Depop when I was 15, I
that
was like,
was crazy.
I'm getting my money for this. It was
Yeah.
like the limited edition Adore You shirt though, so like it understandable.
I sold my watermelon sugar shirt. It's at home.
Wait, you still have it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you sold it. I was like, without
No, I
offering
still
it
have
to
that.
me first?
Oh, I still have that. Don't worry.
I want that shirt. I am actually really jealous. I should have gotten that. But I have so much Harry Styles merch, it's actually crazy.
I honestly don't, and I need more. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right. Oh, what are your top three?
My top three are gonna be Young Royals. I haven't seen the new season yet because I can't watch it, but I've been watching edits of the old seasons. So that's gonna be in my number one.
It's the same
Well,
thing.
that's gonna be my number three. Number two is gonna be these two new rings that I got.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wait, I
And
love them. Love.
and oh, and my number one is obviously gonna be Fortnite because I've been play I oh my God, Amelia, I have to tell you, I was playing for the past 2 days. I played about 6 hours straight, both days.
Oh,
So that's 12 hours clocked in, logged in, on the clock for Fortnite.
wow.
And um I woke up this morning and I thought it was Monday still, even though it's Wednesday, and I have a meeting with my advisor tonight that I haven't planned for because I thought it was still Monday. It's like that's how in the zone I've been.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Anyways, those are my top three. Should we introduce our guest?
Yes, we should.
Guys, for our first video episode, today we have a guest, and it's one of my besties, Nathaniel. And he's just been
Yeah.
listening to us babble.
I've been giggling over here as Lucy talks about Fortnite.
Um, do you want to tell us your top three
Oh, sure.
of the week?
I would love to. Number three, getting sick.
That's not top
Oh
three.
I
my,
think it is top three because I think I've been going so hard that my body was like, please stop moving.
my
So
body
actually,
does that.
no, exactly. So I think I'm actually kind of grateful for it. Number two is gonna be riding the train because I rode the train today and I just really enjoy riding the train and I wish that we had that in America, which is a bummer. And number one, um, is gonna have to be like listening to Ethel Kane because I don't know, she's just putting me in a mood right now, and I'm very excited about that mood.
I saw a TikTok edit that had like three different mashup Ethel Cain songs, and it kind of killed me dead,
Yep.
floored on the ground.
Amelia saw Ethel Kane live.
I did.
Gagged.
It was amazing. It was so
Well,
good.
guys, if you like Ethel Kane, you should listen to our Gay Son, Our Preacher's Daughter episode.
We have a whole episode.
We have a whole episode on it, and I came up with the name, and I know it's really funny. So,
It is really funny.
but
Um, Also, this is the first time I've ever met Nathaniel, you guys.
he's a
I feel
semi
like
he's a semi new friend. I've
no, but
had
also has been a main character for a minute.
Oh, true, but we've had this podcast longer than I've been friends with him.
Which is crazy.
It's
Oh, I
crazy that
guess
I
that
could
is
do
true.
something for so long and keep up with it.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
happy
me
to be a
too.
part of it now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, I literally feel like I'm in Ireland with you guys all the time. I'm like,
You
no, I know
are.
them. They're my besties. I go partying with
Literally,
them every Thursday.
you see enough of my story that Every
Yeah,
Thursday, you know.
I know.
Um, well, guys, I feel like maybe we should go ahead and jump into the topic. I kind
Yep.
of want Nathaniel to tell us everything he knows about the topic so far so we can kind of get a grasp of where he is. But guys, today we're doing a deep dive into Larry Stylinson. If you don't know, if you don't know anything about One Direction, go listen to our One Direction episode first so you have a
It's
little bit of the
it's
backstory because g-
keep going.
all you.
I was just gonna say it's called Fresh Love.
It's called Fresh Love. Oh, that's what we called that?
Yeah, because I talked about my fresh love for One Direction.
Or a fresh love for each other. Um, and so we're gonna do a deep dive into the relationship between Louis and Harry. Um, Alleged relationship, but we all know it was real.
This
Um,
may be a problematic episode.
this may be
It's
problematic,
okay.
but guys, at the end, we're gonna tell you what we believe and what we don't believe. But
Well, I
first,
can share like I can share what I've gotten out of it.
yeah, what you've learned from today's lesson. So while I pull it up, maybe Nathaniel, what do you know about Larry?
I truly know like nothing, unfortunately. I feel like I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I think just until like more recently, I was like, this isn't actually a thing. And I also just think my little mind was like, no way, people can't be gay. Oh, oh, when I was a child. No, you know what I mean. When you're listening to like boy bands, like that did not go through my head. But then it's like looking back and like seeing footage of like what you've shared or like just what you've talked about, I'm like, oh my God, like hold up. Like this is actually like
There's
There's
something.
something.
something is brewing. Something good
Yeah.
is brewing. So but other than just like some little clips that I've seen of just like them interacting, it's just very obvious that there is like, it's very obvious that they had like a more like affectionate relationship. I feel like out of everyone in that group, just from like clips that I've seen. And I don't know, that's just not a bro. That's a not just a bro thing. I don't know.
Oh, yep. Yes, he's got it. Um, so, um,
There's another one too.
well, here's another thing. Nathaniel, can you name all five members of One Direction? The editing on some of those photos
Oh
are
my
crazy.
God.
I think I gotta stick with this one.
That's
This
fake.
says Larry Stylinson, but I don't want to mirror my image because then I look wonky, so we're just gonna leave it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Um, I did like look at the little test thing we had. Like it like flips us around, which is gonna be so weird to watch back. But
Yeah,
it's whatever. We got to get used to it.
it's
This is the
fine.
life of influencers, of podcasters. It's the difficult reality.
Okay, I have the
Anyways,
background so we can start.
Nathaniel, can you name the five members of One
You're
Direction?
giving me like a serious, like I'm gonna have a panic attack. Okay. I don't know if I know everyone's last name,
You don't need
but
to know just
okay.
the first name.
Well, Harry, Louis, Niall, Zayn, and oh, I always forget this is the one that I forget.
He's the worst. So,
Wait,
I hate him.
give me the first letter.
L. Also the name of my cousin.
The way that it's still not. Wait, no. Harry, Louis, Niall, Zayn. Yeah, I could not tell you what the fifth one.
So the fifth one's gonna be
Oh,
Liam.
Yeah. I got it.
So, but this is controversial of me and Amelia, but we don't really like Liam. He's just
I
been
hate Liam Payne.
What did
I
he
hate
do?
him. He's icky.
Okay. We don't have to talk about him.
Yeah.
It's not about him.
It's not about him.
Go just look up Liam Payne, strip that down, dance, and you'll understand.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so allow me to share my screen because we've got a PowerPoint today.
I'm just so excited.
Can I pause the recording and pull it up?
Yeah,
Guys, we're back.
I'm so excited.
I pulled up this little The Incomplete Guide to Larry by Lucy and Amelia. This is gonna be our lecture for the day.
I
So
can't take credit for any of this though.
I did do all of it, but I feel like we're both gonna bounce off of each other, so I
Yeah.
had to add your name in there. So you may be looking at the screen and wondering, that is an ugly color palette, that's ugly design. There's a reason for it, okay? There's a reason for everything I've done in this presentation. So let's begin. Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna have to do is move us
Wow.
around a little bit.
That's fine.
This is gonna be some context that you need to know. How do I move this?
Yeah, just put it there.
Yeah, perfect. Guys, this is gonna be some things that you need to know before we get into it. When they were on the X Factor, you know they were on the X
Yeah.
Factor, right? Okay. Do you know what place they won on the X Factor?
I didn't. They didn't win, did they? I didn't. But I thought they got pretty far. They were third.
They were third place on the X Factor.
Like the group One Direction.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
I thought they were second.
they were third.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
This is why I'm not taking credit.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't take any credit. I know nothing.
So while they were on the X Factors, they did, I guess, is this a thing about the X Factor, Amelia, or is it just like old voice competition shows where just like showed you more of the
Behind the scenes.
behind the scenes?
I think especially in like early days of YouTube and stuff, there was a lot of like promotion for artists,
I
and
guess
like
like
they
it was
still do that.
it was the new TikTok, so they were like using YouTube to like promote
Right.
the show. So
They
Like,
would connect with people
Sneak peek
and
at what's coming this week. or
Mhm.
whatever.
yeah, because they had like audience voting too, I believe, at some
Yeah.
point. So this is their way to like connect and get people to like
And
fall in love with them so they can get further.
and it's the whole reason they got famous. So
Yeah.
they made
And they're
these-
just iconic.
yeah. And so they made these video diaries, and I want to say like the main character of all the video diaries was Louis because he was very just like outspoken, loud, funny, haha. Um, so you just need to know that there are a bunch of videos of young One Direction, and there's a lot of Louis and Harry moments that come from that.
Okay. And that's like when they first met, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
They didn't know each other before the X
X Factor.
Factor. They all auditioned solo.
Because they all got paired together,
They
right?
all
Okay.
got paired together. Actually, Liam, well, I'm not gonna go into the
Mm.
About Liam, not about him.
Here's another thing you need to know. Each member of One Direction had their own color of tape around their mics when they sang.
Signify whose was
Whose was whose? Harry was green and Louis was blue. So green and blue have come to
Hence.
have come to signify um like Larry code.
Okay.
So
And
anytime, I'll have you know, anytime Harry or Louis is seen wearing blue and green, they're like, they're together. Sorry, they're wearing blue
It's
and
a
green. Come
sign.
on.
Like, will there
yeah,
be days where that like goes in and out? Like,
What do you mean?
well, maybe you'll get into that, but I just mean like, is there times where like they're not wearing it and like throughout like the years, and then other times where they are wearing it and it's like
It was more like it wasn't a thing until later,
that
and
people realize?
people were like, oh, blue and green. And so like the fans kind of made that up, but then there are just some coincidences where they're wearing blue and green and they're like, oh my God, they know about it. They know about it. They're trying to tell us something. So I
I'll
don't
eat
know
that
about
up.
that,
I'll eat
but
that up.
it's whatever. Anything to comment, Amelia?
Niall's mic tape is the Irish flag,
Yeah, his mic tape is Irish flag.
That's so funny. I love that.
which I think is great. Anyway,
And Zayn is red, right?
I think so. And Liam's purple, yellow.
Purple or yellow? I can't remember which one though.
We don't care about Liam here. We are a Liam
Sorry,
hating
guys.
podcast.
Sorry, guys. So that is the only slide that has animation, I will say, because I did forget about the rest of the animation,
But I love
but
that.
it's
I love
okay.
that.
That's all you're
It's
getting
okay.
animation. So these next events are 2009 to 2011.
Okay.
When I was 5. So here are just some pictures taken from the X Factor video era. Look at them. They look pretty buddy, correct?
Is this a real picture?
Yes.
Especially
Okay.
the one on the left, because Harry is literally like on top of Louis.
Yes.
Oh, just wait.
So, Nathaniel, for our audio listeners,
They want people to see.
I know they can be without us for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
For our audio listeners, do you want to describe maybe like what you see in the photos that I've provided?
100%. So in one photo pictured is Harry like leaning back, probably sitting on top of Louis's lap and like kind of like like holding himself like all cute and cuddly, and then Liam's like got his like arms around
Liam.
Louis, sorry. Louis has got his arms not completely around. Maybe he did have them around, and then when they took the picture, he was pulling back.
You're thinking like a Larry already.
Like
Yep.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. And also, it looks like Harry was also kind of caught off guard. So I'm gonna guess like they were both kind of like, ooh, caught in the moment. And then on the right, I don't know how to explain this other than I just feel like Louis has a really bad tan. And their hair, the fact that Harry's hair is like slick and straight, like across his forehead, and then when it hits his ear, it's just wham, super curly.
So
He
one thing
looks
I'm gonna
like
say is you can't insult the boys.
No, I think it's funny. I think it's
So one thing I'm gonna say is as
Hey,
a
I
One
look that
Direction,
bad.
hey,
I looked that bad as a kid.
as a One Direction fan, we can make fun of it, we can laugh, hee ha ha.
Right.
But I just want to say, like, don't go too far with
Well,
those
I'm
jokes.
not. No.
Because this is
Listen,
something I'm passionate
know
about.
I'm not.
Clearly, I
I'm
spent
not.
3 hours on this today.
I'm not. I am not coming for them. I'm not like attacking them. Like they're perfect. I just think their hair was. I do think that their hair, especially at the beginning, like the boy band hair, it's always so funny to see.
You're right, and it was the early 2000s, so I mean, what could
What
you
can you do?
expect? All right, guys, we got some more pictures. I'm gonna hide us for a little bit. Wow. So what you're gonna see on the left is just like a cutesy little picture of them hanging out. What you're gonna see on
glasses.
the right, what you're gonna see on the right is them celebrating a win. And Harry picks up Louis. Look at that. Look at the leg.
Straddled.
For you guys watching, look at this leg and arm placement. So that's gonna be two boys
Louis.
in love.
That is actually crazy.
And that was on live television. And they expected those girls not to think something was
Oh,
going on.
also at this point, Harry's 16 and Louis 18, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cue Favorite Crime by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Don't bring that into this.
Sorry.
Okay, guys. Let's keep going. This is when Harry gave Louis a rose. X
Is he on
Factor
his knee?
era.
Is he on
He's
his knee?
on his knee. Hold on, let me show you.
So he's down on one knee.
So he's down on one knee. Awful,
Mhm.
awful fashion
Hey, that's
from
okay.
both of them, but
No,
I
I'm
love
actually
them both.
living for Louis wearing these awesome like red sweatpants, and I think that's a moment.
So this is gonna be Harry on one knee giving Louis a white rose during X Factor
This was like
era.
during 2009, 2011.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's just another incriminating picture. Oh my
I
God.
can't see what the tweet says, but I'm gonna freak out.
So this is a tweet from Louis in
2011.
2011. Okay, and this is, before I show you this, this is
Actually, like I have chills.
I'm gonna need you to read it out loud, but this is also like a very important tweet for the community.
So I'll hold the
It's
mic
like a
and give it
very big, like, very big thing. Okay, go ahead.
I'm actually gonna. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Always in my heart at Harry underscore Styles, period. Yours sincerely, comma, Louis.
What was the
Um,
context behind that, Lucy?
I don't remember. He just tweeted it. Always in my heart.
Okay.
he
Um,
was probably crunk. Probably crunk.
no. He meant it from the goodness of his heart. But anyways,
But I'm
this is
just saying, you always confess your feelings when you're crunk.
That's true.
And Twitter is a dangerous place because you just.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tweet from Louis. And I wanted to mention that there are so many tweets of them back and forth that are crazy. So if you want to look at those, you can. I'm going to put like my master doc that I made while making this PowerPoint in the description of the video. So you can look at that or just literally look up Larry tweets because there are so many tweets. I wanted to limit what I put in this
But I feel like this was good.
thing. But yeah, this was a pretty big tweet. Do you have anything to say about this, Amelia?
It's a big one. Also, we're already running out of meeting time.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I'll watch it and then at a good stopping point we can.
We'll stop.
We only got this Zoom meeting for 40 minutes, so we're gonna have to pause every 40 minutes and
Yeah,
reset. But
I'm
Maybe
gonna
you guys won't
see.
even.
maybe Zoom can like fund you guys. Or maybe
That'd be great.
they'll give you like free like clout and they'll be like, oh let's just like
I'm gonna see if I can link my school account when we pause so I can see if we can get longer ones. Anyway,
Okay,
let's
let's keep
continue.
moving. So let me read this off to you. In 2011, Harry and Louis were seen at the Leeds Festival together. It's like a music festival. And the fans knew that One Direction had rehearsals literally the day of because, posted on media that One Direction had a rehearsal that day. They were wearing the same clothes in that 1D rehearsal that they were at the Leeds festival. So many fans met them that night, but it was only Louis and Harry, no other members of One Direction. They're in a bunch of photos together, and all the fans described Harry as like crunk, like out of his mind. And so this was just kind of like a big moment for everyone because they were like
they were seen to just them
they
seen together.
just them seen together outside of the band at the festival. Um yeah. This is gonna be a Tumblr account that I found, and it's gonna show all of the well, so this isn't gonna let me scroll, but this is a Tumblr account that shows all of the um it's a Leeds Festival
Eleanor.
master post. It's a Leeds Festival master post. And it shows all the pictures of them with fans at the Leeds Festival. But
I'm just reading how crazy this like
no,
description is.
that's what I'm about to point out. Let me read this paragraph to you guys. It says Leeds Festival 2011 took place that weekend in August, and it's a milestone in Larry fandom history. It also marks a watershed from Luana to Eleanor, and it can be regarded as a last hurrah before the introduction of Eleanor and the start of a deeper closeting of the two boys. So these are going to be two beards, two women that Louis dated, supposedly dated, but the entire fandom essentially thinks they're beards. Um,
Describe what a beard is for stuff
a,
that don't know.
a beard's gonna be a fake girlfriend for someone who's gay, for a man who's gay.
Specifically to be seen like in the media or placed in a way that paparazzi will see so that like people when they receive that they're like, oh, that's propaganda or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So
they're
they
like,
don't get
here's
outed.
facts, here's facts, yeah.
Yes. So Eleanor, who Louis was dating up until 2021, maybe?
Or even 22. Like, no one was really sure where it ended.
Maybe like very, very recently.
Wow, that's crazy.
Everyone still thought she was a beard. In 2022.
Do you think it was real though? Do you get into that? Or not?
See, this is where my opinions start to like come in.
You could talk about it at the end, like your
Yeah, I'll talk
opinions.
about it at the end. So
But
the Leeds
Eleanor is
Festival.
an important
Mhm.
character.
Yes. So after this Leeds Festival, this is kind of like a turning point to where Larry fandom believes they introduced Eleanor as a way to like push Louis and Harry back in because they're being
Do you think
seen.
that specifically like it was like the like managers of One Direction or whatever that they were like they didn't want the band them like it wasn't like necessarily people outside the band but like the people
Mhm.
within the band that were like we want to protect what we're doing here because I
Yeah.
This
feel
is
like they
something
were
about One Direction.
they were really
Like,
successful like they were
Well,
part of
everyone hates their management.
I'll have you know, like One Direction's management is known to be very, very controlling to the point where like the reason Zayn left was because management was so hard on him. Their like constant touring and recording schedule caused so many mental health problems for him. And like if you take a look at the timeline of when One Direction released their albums and when they were on tour, like they never got a break.
That's crazy.
So, and so much of what they said was like analyzed to the point where like if you look at older interviews, they're not really saying anything because their management just wouldn't let them say anything
That's
really.
crazy.
So everyone's mad at management is the moral of the story
Okay,
here.
good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, we changed up a little.
We changed to blue. This is gonna be 2012 to 2013. Now keep in mind there's so much more that happens in 2009 to through 11, but
We can't keep that.
for the sake of time, you gotta
Wait,
move on.
are we not gonna talk about the video diaries?
We are. I have videos at the end that we're gonna analyze.
Okay, okay,
This is
Are they
just
from 2011, or is that why?
What do you mean?
Like I think the videos at the end are they just a culmination of everything,
So
loosely?
I'm doing a rough timeline, and then at the end, I'm gonna focus in on specific moments where we were like
with video.
with videos.
Okay, so this is just like we're like laying the groundwork, then we're gonna like build up.
Totally. And I should have said that before, but
It's okay, we got that now.
It's good.
yeah, we understand that now. Amelia, do we want to like pause here and
Yep, let's do
get
it.
on a different Zoom? Okay.
Oh, what?
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, guys. I'm gonna see really quickly if I can log into my school account.
You're fine.
Perfect.
Maybe click.
Make sure you save the recording.
Okay, we're back and Amelia's recording on her side so that y'all will be able to see the PowerPoint a little bit better. Bear with us, guys. First video episode. Okay, next, September 13th, 3 days
Wait,
before my birthday. Oh, go ahead.
it's only gonna record the Zoom screen, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna record my notifications.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay,
If it does,
Well,
we'll blur them out or something.
cool.
I don't think it
maybe-
will, though.
I'm
Are you really
diffusing the
that popular?
situation right now.
Kidding.
Yeah, I am actually. Okay.
She's famous,
Um,
what do you know?
okay, so September 13th, 2011, 3 days before my birthday, might I add. Also, Niall Horan's birthday, might I add.
Niall's birthday is the 13th, or your birthday?
Niall's birthday is the 13th.
No, I'm saying. Okay, I was saying Niall's birthday is the 13th, or on the
Or
same day
also,
as your birthday.
okay,
That's what I'm
Niall's
trying to
birthday
get
is the 13th. This is 3 days before my birthday.
at. Gotcha.
Guys, my birthday is September 16th. Harry and Louis
Suck gifts.
allegedly move in together. Except it's not allegedly because it was proven in an interview they said they lived together. 2012, they buy Ashley Cole's house in Princess Park. Princess Park is real important,
Who's Ashley Cole?
not important.
They just bought her house
They bought her house.
together. Like, is there like files like facts that like they're they go like this crazy?
Hey, and you know what it's called? Princess Park. And Amelia, doesn't this come back later in
Oh,
someone's lyrics?
oh, this comes back later.
Hey, do you want to tell? Or should we
Um,
wait till later?
I think we can wait until later to like really get into it, but I will say the release of Louis' first album, Walls, really brought a lot of the Larry stuff back around.
Yeah,
I really-
that was its resurgence.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never listened to like Larry. I've never listened to Louis' music. I'm just so invested. But I've never listened to Louis' music like separately, so I'd be interested to see like as compared to some of like
Well, I'll have you know he mentions
this one. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
It comes back.
which is where him and Harry lived.
that's crazy. Okay.
Okay, guys. So this is gonna be a video, and this essentially just sums up the Wellington compilation. I don't know if we need to watch this video right now necessarily.
Do I need
Let's
to
just
see
do
it?
it.
Okay, we'll watch it. So essentially what happened here?
Is this the wait, what was this is a different thing than the event that you were talking about where Harry was crunk, or is this the same thing?
This is a different thing.
Different thing. Okay.
So we've moved on from the 2011s to the,
Right.
like 2013-ish. So this is gonna be in Wellington at a bar. As you can see, in this bottom right-hand picture. Oh, I forgot they're not people watching this. There's essentially a picture of One Direction at this bar. And there's a bunch of videos of One Direction at this bar. But specifically, there are a lot of course, all of the videos are blurry, but there are a lot of videos of Harry and Louis supposedly kissing.
This was
And
crazy, you guys.
this is what rocked the fans' world because they're like, "Oh my God, they're making out," and then everyone else was like, "The video's too blurry, you can't even tell." But like, regardless if they were making out or not, they are so close that it's like not even a
I'll be the
question.
judge of this.
So this is gonna be a long video, so we're gonna have to kind of skip through and
It's okay.
find some evidence.
I like to
Can you see this, Amelia?
Yes, I can.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute that. Could you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Oh, they're
So this is gonna
crooked.
be them looking at the fans because there are a bunch of people recording them, embracing. There's Niall.
He's like, give me out.
It looks like we're watching like
Like
murder evidence.
documentary, yeah. I love how that fan was like, let me show my face.
Let me
You
show
wanna-
everyone.
I just can't really.
I know. The thing is, you're not going to be able to see a lot of it.
What is going on?
What is happening? Who
This
are
is where
these people?
security was trying to round out a drunk One Direction.
Oh, security was getting rid of One Direction.
No, they were trying to round them up because there were so many fans taking
Their
videos of them,
management
and they
too,
were
right?
their management was trying to get them under control because they were being so crazy like that,
Oh, they're making
running
it.
away. I can't remember where the kissing part is.
If you're an audio listener, we're basically just looking at a 10-minute long like paparazzi photo almost, but not even. It's like someone recorded
Yeah,
this
we're
on their
just kind of like
iPhone
skipping.
while
Yeah, we're kind
running.
of skipping through. That? So is this Louis and Harry right here?
Oh, I see him.
The girls running, they go, "Ooh."
Basically, the point of this footage is everyone thought they were making out, but there is really no way to tell. Like, it is so blurry.
There truly is no way to tell, and I think the most you're gonna get is that first clip we saw up here.
Yeah.
Right there.
I think this is probably the most famous clip because they could just be
Yeah.
joshing around.
Yeah.
And they're also singing very loudly, talking very loudly this whole time as well. Okay, so that's
Harry's just kind of got Louis like, just kind of like buddy buddy. But
Yeah.
But fans claim to have seen them kissing, but who could even say?
I'd see.
Who
Um,
knows?
Okay. Wellington, not the strongest evidence. Oh my God.
Okay.
So this is gonna be the tour bus incident.
There's a typo.
Harry's hat. He went Harry's hat.
Oh, so guys, I'm not perfect. And if you expect me to be perfect,
You're
don't
just
because
too excited to like
I'm
talk
just
about this.
I was typing it out so fast. I was just excited to share, guys. Don't even
This
beat
is
me up like that. This is
the
crazy
best.
because okay, this could be the tour bus incident. Oh God.
Okay, this is the tour bus incident.
Well, that's what it's called. So don't move it because
Read it out for our audio
move it because
listeners.
Well, I'm just trying to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Daniel, can you just get away from my
I'm-
computer?
I'm just trying to see the words.
No, I'm
Oh, you're
intentionally
covering it?
covering it so I could tell you something.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys. So
Okay.
essentially what the tour bus incident is going to be the night before this happened, or not the night of this incident, fans saw Louis at a store buying a movie. And he said he was having a movie night with Harry. What was the movie rented? Love Actually.
Never seen it.
Famous rom-com?
Yes, I've seen it. It's really good.
Famous rom-com.
Okay.
I'm a rom-com lover.
Me too.
Love
then
another
watch that
love
one.
another fighter.
Nathaniel, what are your thoughts on When Harry Met Sally?
I've never seen it.
I literally have the
No,
CD
I
right
can't.
here.
I can't see it.
Disappeared when you said that.
She goes, look.
Anyway.
And it says,
No, you guys need to watch it, please.
I
It's
do
like
need to
it
see
is the best rom-com. I love it.
You know I'm put off by that one thing
Because a man told you.
a feminist philosophy professor told me.
Still a man.
Still a man.
True. Okay. So we know that Harry and Louis are
I
having
like-
a movie night,
Okay.
and we know they're watching Love Actually.
Which is a rom-com.
They get back to this tour bus. Keep in mind, Liam, Zane, Niall seen in the other tour bus.
They're seen in the other. So they have two tour buses? Okay.
Mm-hmm. They have multiple for
Okay.
crew and management and stuff. Seen in a different tour bus. Louis and Harry alone in this tour bus. Y'all, there's pictures of Harry's hand on gripping the window. Apparently, fans heard loud noises coming from the bus.
The
And
hand
Louis'
picture
back
is
scratched up in the pictures released the next day.
the
Let
hand
me show
picture.
you these damn pictures.
Oh my God.
The hand is so infamous. Guys, if you're just listening, go look up like the Harry Styles tour bus hand.
Because
Oh, so he was getting his back blown.
so essentially they were banging in the tour bus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was the day after. Those are Harry's rings. Like you can tell that's his
Yeah,
hand.
that's his hand. He's bracing
So
himself against
Love
the
Actually turned into Making Love Actually. So that's that. And also there's a video of Harry on stage the next day performing. He sits down and his ass is very sore. You could tell from his reaction. So
Oh my.
There's-
Whoa.
that
Oh, that's crazy.
there's that piece of information for you. Moving on. This is the face paint incident. Halloween. There are lots of pictures of them like going One Direction in
already
general.
right.
Halloween party, Louis has white face paint all over his face. You'll see a picture in a second.
Okay.
Then the next day, Harry shows up for the promo photos for One Direction, and there's a bunch of white paint in his hair. And it's like, what else would it be? They were also seen, they were at the same party, okay? They were seen together there to get pictures.
This is
So this is gonna be Louis in his face,
That's
Very-
terrifying.
white face paint, doesn't even look like him, it's crazy. This is gonna be Harry next day.
Oh.
So that's going to be Harry next day. And we're going to zoom in a little bit. So that's going to be his hair the next day, the next morning.
So it's
Nah.
looking like he was cuddling.
It's
Under
looking
Louis?
like just
But
no.
what I'm saying, do you understand so if for those who can't see this, it's kind of just like on a spot of Harry's head that is like if Harry had stuck his head like underneath Louis, like right under his chin, still very cuddly, but it's giving like you can't get paint out your hair that easy.
Yeah. Also, just like literally anything. They just had to touch in it like somehow.
And also probability that Louis was like kissing Harry's head, like
What even ever, like something like that.
something was going on.
Essentially, the dots aren't connecting there. So let's move on. Keep in
Hell
mind
yeah.
there are so many other moments.
How old were we in this?
The band broke up in 2015.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the last leg of
No,
One
that's
Direction.
crazy.
So they're
Yeah.
gonna be like 21, 22.
Yeah. Also, yeah, there's so much more in between all of this. This is just like we're highlighting the biggest
OMG,
points.
guys, go look up Larry compilations on YouTube.
This is crazy.
There
There's
is
like 11.
there is so much. It's insane. And also, my master doc has more interviews you can watch. But guys, I cannot wait to show you my favorite like video that like actually had me gagged as a girl, as a
Are
little
you gonna show
teenager.
us?
Yes. It had
I'm
me
already gagged.
it had
I'm
me
already gagged.
No. You're not ready
Does
for
it get
this?
worse? Like
Yes.
Oh, God.
It gets more okay.
We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Anywho, so you have to remember around this time, 2014, 2015, this is when Harry and Louis were not like towards the end of One Direction, Harry and Louis were not seen like buddy buddy nearly as much.
Was it being like quote unquote like was the idea that like maybe they broke up or the idea
No.
that they were
Being
was the
closeted by management.
was the beard installed at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Louis was dating Eleanor, and this is
The
about
beard
the
was
time
installed.
I'm saying, I was like, was the beard installed?
beard was installed. Louis and Harry were. I don't remember if I put it in the PowerPoint, but I definitely have it in the doc. There's one Larry interview where it's just them two, and then you never see it again. Like, it's very clear that management, like, no, we're not doing that again. Because so many people thought they were dating that, like, towards the end of One Direction, Harry and Louis were never seen alone together. They never even, like,
That is crazy.
yeah, it, like,
And like kind of hurts my heart, Loki.
no, it was very sad. If you look at their relationship when One Direction started versus, like, when it ended, it's very, like, it changes drastically. And it's very sad. Anywho, so Jay is Louis' mom who passed away. And I didn't include this in the PowerPoint just because it's kind of a weird thing for Larry people to obsess over, but like when Louis' mom died, Harry like was the first person at the hospital and stuff, and there are a bunch of photos of Harry like being there for Louis. But honestly, like I don't know. I
But
don't
also, it's
focus
like
on that. It's
it
like
could
someone's
just
going
be
through loss. That's
right.
his friend. I'm not gonna like hypothesize if they're lovers or not when Louis' mom is literally dead.
Right. So
Right.
Jay is Harry's mom.
Louis' mom.
Oh.
So this was before she passed away.
Wait.
This is when Jay introduces Harry to Louis' extended family.
Oh, so
Whose
Louis'
wedding?
I don't remember whose wedding it was, but it was a wedding where all of One Direction was there. It might have been Jay's wedding. I really don't know. But
Wait, Jay, Louis' mom?
Louis' mom.
So Louis' mom is walking around and introducing Harry to people because Loki's like, this is my son's boyfriend.
Yeah. And all the other members of One Direction were there, but Jay did not introduce them to the family.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't matter.
No.
They're just there to support.
That's just what I'm saying. There are pictures of that as well. I just didn't include them because. So this is okay. This isn't necessarily proof or anything, but I feel like I had to include this because this picture is very famous and this video in general. So this is the last Larry onstage hug seen in 2015 before the band split up. And this, as you can see, this picture/video is vital to the Larry community. So let's play it. I'm not going to turn the sound on. Oh, Larry hugs.
Oh, this picture. Yeah, they really go. It's just very tight hug, you guys.
Well, it was like tight, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to pat. We got to pat.
We got to
guys."
pack. We got to keep it normal.
Yeah, they were just like they went in. It was like quote unquote bro hug, like borderline bro hug, but then it was like, oh god, like we got to pat to make sure everyone knows. But girl, you're not fooling me.
Oh.
They went right for each other too. Like Niall was right next to Louis.
Yeah. Okay. That's the kind of end of the timeline, the rough timeline. Now I'm going to show you other important moments that I think are big. So
Oh my
this is
God.
gonna be
I'm actually gonna like be have a jump scare. Wait, should you be playing audio for since the recording?
I'm gonna play audio for this, but Amelia, you just let me know if you can hear this.
We're gonna talk about the Larry code.
About the what?
Durr.
Okay. Just checking.
Real crush.
Who?
Louis Tomlinson.
Louis Tomlinson. How does he feel about you?
Neutral. Disgusting.
Yeah? That's beautiful.
What do you say?
We're gonna go back. This girl asks him who his first crush was, and he says, "My first real crush was Louis Tomlinson."
And then he says it again, and then she says, "How does he feel about this?" And he said, "It's mutual. We've talked about it, or we've discussed it, or something."
We discussed it, and he's like, "Oh, that's beautiful."
My first real crush. Louis Tomlinson.
Who?
Louis Tomlinson.
Louis Tomlinson. How does he feel about you?
Neutral. Disgusting.
Yeah? That's beautiful, Harry. Thank you.
So was he crunk in that video or was he just
No.
I just couldn't tell because he was just like very like confident with that answer.
Yeah,
But if that was like earlier
This was,
on,
yeah, it was earlier on
management-
enough.
but management hadn't gotten to him yet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, okay, so this is gonna be the only. I'm not gonna play this one because it is so long, and it's like it's not one specific moment, it's the entire interview. Maybe we could watch it afterwards.
Okay.
Um, essentially,
But
this
it's
is
just them.
this is the only Larry interview, and there at one point, Louis like grabs Harry's chair and moves him closer to himself. He plays with Harry's hair this entire interview. Like they're just super flirty in this interview. Like it is okay, maybe I should show it a little bit.
Maybe you could- yeah.
I'm gonna mute it though because um
4 minutes is not that long, Lucy.
for context, guys, Louis is touching Harry's hair. They're talking about Harry. Um, I want to find where Louis moves his chair. Louis moves Harry's chair. Yeah, the hair's the big one. Well, the scooting the chair is the big one for me. But essentially, in this interview, it never happens again. Louis like grabs his chair, scoots him closer, super cute. Louis playing with Harry's hair. They're all cutesy. That's all that video was trying to show. This
I'm scared.
is real incriminating. I'm just like, how can you okay. Guys, for context, I'm going to tell you what this video is. This fan is coming up to Harry at a meet and greet and says, "Harry, are you and Louis dating?" And he stays silent for a second and then nods. And then the fan goes, "You are?" And he nods again. And then he's like, "I knew it," or something. That's what's going on in this video.
I'm going to.
And I'm just like very
Nothing.
confused. Yeah, I'm just very confused on how people can see this and think it wasn't real at one point in time.
Are you and Louis dating? Are you? You are? I figured.
So he did he nodded kind of lightly and was just like trying to look normal or like, oh, they ask me this all the time or whatever. But then like that smile at the end gave it away
Can you
for
watch
me.
it? Can we watch that again?
Yeah,
pull
let's
that
play
back.
it back. He says he nods and says a small
Lindsay,
yeah.
you're
Keeps going.
your recommended YouTube videos. Teaching virgin how to nut with Riz.
And I've already watched that Cody Co video. Of course I have. Come on.
That's so funny.
Are you and Louis dating? Are you? You are? I figured.
She says, "I figured," and he smiles so big.
So big.
They were dating. Come on.
I'm actually kind of gagged. Like,
No, I'm telling
Because, like,
you.
I think. Well, and again,
Like,
this
there's
is,
your
this is-
evidence right
this is also,
there.
like, you can tell like this is earlier on,
They weren't media trained yet.
right? But I guess it's like they didn't know. Like they had just gone. They went on the X Factor. They like were doing all this stuff. They were like they're not used to like having to, change whatever. And obviously Harry was just like, yeah, like girl, like what's new?
Yeah, you can tell he was a
Crazy.
little shy though, because I mean, obviously it was early 2000s.
Oh, look at them. Your YouTube recommended.
Yeah. So that is a crazy video to me. It's lit insane.
You have so many slides.
We're to the end. This is the video that gags me every time. So I'm gonna explain this. This interviewer is interviewing Niall, and you can tell that Harry and Louis are off screen. And literally, Harry says, "Lou, can I give you a blowjob?" And Louis says, "I'd love it if you'd just wait."
I remember
And then
this
Niall
one.
laughs. I remember seeing this as a teen and being like,
That's so
so
romantic.
we're still acting like they're not a thing? Like, come on.
And that's not like, listen, like I understand like some people are like, oh, banter, whatever. That is, I'm sorry, that is not the kind of banter that straight people are going around and using.
Hey, and here's the thing. They didn't have this kind of banter with anyone else in the band.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like,
So watch this video.
okay, I'm ready.
Say review.
You thought this was a serious question.
Oh my.
Say review.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Can we do it one more time?
Yeah, one
That's
more
like
time.
loud
Lean in.
and clear.
Lean in, guys.
Say review.
You thought this was a serious question.
What
I
does
love
Liam-
Niall.
What does Niall say at the end of it?
The serious one.
Oh,
They
he
just
was
asked. He was answering the interviewer's question.
but
Yeah.
So that one gagged me as a kid. I was like, when I was like looking at it today, I was like, okay.
that changed your life.
Well, I was like, no, they could be joking around, but like that paired with everything else we've seen so far is a little bit crazy. You have to admit.
Also, I feel like if it was like they would have like I feel like Louis would have responded differently. Like I feel like Louis would have been like, yeah, you know, like 100%, or like just something like more bantery than I love he just made. Like that's not something that you would banter back and forth about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. So this
I think also,
was
like Niall's reaction is like
crazy. It's crazy.
I love Niall.
he's
Did
so
you see
funny.
he was with Joe Biden on St.
I did
Patrick's
in
Day?
Joe
the
Byron?
Joe
White
Byron.
House.
Joe Biden.
Soda.
I keep seeing I keep seeing pamphlets about Joe around here, and I'm like, you guys
gotta stop.
You don't understand.
So, guys, this is all I have on the PowerPoint, so I'm gonna stop sharing.
It's just us now.
It's just us.
It's just us alone with our thoughts. But I did want to say there are a bunch of videos that I've included in the document of Louis and Harry changing lyrics to songs. Like Harry changes a lot of pronouns to he when he's singing, which are
What do
hard
you
to
mean?
singing live. Like, what's a famous one?
Like in the recorded version, it's she, but when he's singing it live, he says he.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or there's this one song called Little Things, and the lyric is I'm in love with you and all your little things, but he says I'm in love with Lou and all his little things.
Yeah. And
You're
then
lying.
also
No.
just in Harry's music a little bit. And again, this was like COVID era. None of us had anything better to do, so we were all speculating. But
That's why would you not?
well, I guess after when he was doing Love on Tour, he sang Golden and he had that one extra verse that was like golden, golden, and I hope someday he'll be open.
Mhm.
And
He says, I
then
hope someday he'll be open, and I know that you're scared that I'm so open. I like added that into
yeah,
it. Everyone was like,
on a
okay, what else
live,
would that be
yeah.
about?
And then he has that lyric about around 132.
So that's what I have seen sometimes.
Yeah, so if you guys
Every-
don't know, every One Direction like music video, if you go to one like timestamp 132, it's a picture of Louis. Like he's that timestamp.
Mhm. Which is, if that's not like
If that's a
real, that's an
coincidence.
insane coincidence.
And
Yeah.
it also just, if I was like, let's just say I'm older Harry and I'm like reminiscing and I'm going back and looking at all my old music, all my old like times with
And we
the love
know
of my life. Like, I'd be watching those videos on repeat and he'd be like, 132, my man is on the screen. 132, my man is on the screen. Clocking in.
literally, and we know he listens to One Direction when he works out. He
That's crazy.
reminisces about it a lot. So that's
Lucy,
crazy.
do you want to talk? Because I think you probably know a little bit more about Louis' album and what was in that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the biggest one is that he mentions Princess Park in one of his songs, which is where they lived. Like how more obvious could you even
Do you
be?
know how long they lived there?
It was only about a year.
What was that? Which
Um,
song was that?
I
I'm
would just
looking.
look up Princess Park, Louis Tomlinson. But I did want to talk a little bit
Habit.
about Habit.
What is the
That's
song about?
hold on. I know
Read us some of the lyrics, Amelia. Oh,
I always said that
I
I'd
used to
mess
be
up.
addicted to Louis' music.
I always said that I'd mess up eventually. I told you that, so what did you expect from me? It shouldn't come as a surprise anymore. I know you said that you'd give me another chance, but you and I knew the truth in advance. That mentally you were already out the door. Never thought that giving up would be so hard. And then the whole thing is like you're the habit that I can't break. You're the feeling that I can't shake. He doesn't say that. He says you're the feeling I can't put down. Um,
You're that feeling I can't shake.
come so far from Princess, or it says, and it's been ages, different stages. Come so far from Princess Park. I'll always need you in front of me. You're the habit that I can't break.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Like we can't play. We can't pretend this is
Lanny, Laurel, Yanny, Larry, Ural. I did want to talk about 28 because a lot
Yes.
of people associate 28 with Larry, although it's like Louis'
Oh,
favorite number.
tattoos, Lucy.
Oh my God. Okay, so guys, we may have to do more research and do like a little blurb about in another episode about this, but if you look at Harry and Louis' tattoos, they have so many coordinating tattoos, it's actually a little bit
They get
insane.
them around the same
And
time.
they also
know
they
it.
have their
You know it.
first, like they said the first time they met, someone said hi and the other one said oops, right? Like that was their first words to each
Yeah.
other.
And
And they
Harry
have
has
those,
hi tattooed and Louis has oops tattooed.
yeah.
Crazy.
Sorry,
So,
continue with 28.
Louis has 28 tattooed on his fingers, and it's like his number. Like his favorite number is 28. It's always been 28. Anytime like One
Have you
Direction,
turned 28 yet?
yeah,
That's crazy. I can't
he's
think about that.
30 now.
That's crazy to think that these
Um,
people that I was like, oh, they're so baby, are like
crazy old
they're
now.
old.
They're
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 old.
geriatric now. Um,
That
My name's
geriatric. My name's geriatric, and I'm from Disneyland.
um, but so this is one of the more like out there theories. Um, Ed Sheeran had a tweet and he said on September 28th, one of my best friends is getting married today.
Ed Sheeran was
Um,
very close with the band, by the
Yeah,
way.
he wrote a lot of music for the band. He
Like with
he
her.
wrote some of their worst songs. Sorry, I'm just an Ed Sheeran hater, low key.
I mean, you can't deny that he has #1 hits up the wazoo. Like
Yeah, I just don't
this
like
man,
them.
well, also have you seen his tattoos? Like there's a lot not to like.
I have seen his tattoos, and you're right.
I've never been so gagged by someone's decision to get
Okay,
tattoos. Like I've never been more gagged in my life.
They're
sorry,
actually crazy.
I feel like I keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
No, go.
It's
No,
so hard when we're
interrupt.
not like Zoom is so hard because it's like I want to jump in and like anyway. If you need serotonin, like go on TikTok or something and look up Ed Sheeran like playing music for cats. He scares those fucking cats away immediately. It's so funny.
Those cats are
They
like,
all
shut up, shut
he
up.
strums the guitar one time and they lose their shit. It's great.
Oh, that's so good.
So
But
I will
anyway,
say,
what did Ed Sheeran say?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Everything Has Changed, featuring Ed Sheeran off of Taylor Swift's life-changing
one
album
of
Red.
the best songs ever.
Yep.
I feel like he has his moments where he's like incredible, and I feel like other times I'm like,
He has his moment where he's incredible, and it's Everything Has Changed, and that's
Oh,
it.
also, Lucy, I don't know if you know about this. This is a completely different One Direction theory, but um, there's a theory, and this could all be wrong, but I guess Ed Sheeran and Ellie Goulding were together, and then Niall, like,
That's not a theory. That's true.
that's real. Niall stole
Yeah.
Ellie Goulding, but then there's a lyric in an Ed Sheeran song that's like, you go somewhere, bedroom or something, probably to fuck, of course. Like, that's the lyric.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's about Niall.
No, yeah, it is about Niall. And Audrey, one of our friends here, had a big Ed Sheeran phase, and Audrey was playing some Ed Sheeran the other day, and it came on. I was like, this is about Niall Horan.
oh, you
So
did, I did.
imagine my 11th, 12th, maybe 13th, one of those birthdays, I had liked a couple Ed Sheeran songs. So my dad decides to buy me the CD for my birthday. And we're in the car, and I'm a young child. Keep in mind it's my dad. And we hear that. Yeah, that was fun. Never listened to it again.
But did he buy it for you?
He did.
So that's on him. Like that's on him
Yeah.
for being like, oh,
It was just awkward.
you the first time you're in the same room with your parents and a curse word is said or spoken, and they
Right.
like look at you and you're just
Or
like,
there's like a you have to sit and watch like a sex scene on TV with your parents. Like that is
that is the most like
it's so
horrifying.
bad.
It's the worst thing on the planet. Like, no, thank you.
My parents still find ways to make it awkward. I'm like, can we just like be done?
No,
Anyway.
I was like, I literally, no, if I'm watching something and I'm like, guys, like, I'll have you know, like, I forced both my parents to watch Lady Bird with me. My mom didn't
Mhm.
care. My dad, when we were watching Lady Bird, he was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, you see nothing. I'm sorry.
My only
This
thing
is
is
just
do
good.
not watch Bridgerton with your parents. This is a PSA to everyone. Don't
I've
do
never
that.
seen Bridgerton. I've just heard that
Ooh,
it's like, I've heard it's teen.
basically porn. Yeah. Sorry.
Amelia, did you see that the guy from Crashing and Bridgerton supposedly is in Heartstopper 3?
Yeah, I did. I love him. Jonathan
Did you
Bailey?
Did you see that Heartstopper 3 is coming in October?
I did see that.
So I'll freak out.
So I'm
Don't
actually
ask me this
pretending-
next question.
I already know the answer, girl. I'm not gonna ask it.
I finished it.
You finished it?
Yeah.
All of Heartstopper?
No, I'm lying. I'm sorry.
No. What haven't you seen?
She hasn't finished
so
season 2.
did you read
Well,
book 5?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I powered through and I read book 5.
No, okay. I love season 1, rewatched it billions of times.
They're so
Watched like
good.
half of season 2, but it was in like I was traveling the day it came out, so I was with family for like that first week. And then I went on that vacation with Oscar and like we had service, but it was a very off the grid vacation.
Mhm.
So by the time I got back, I was like moving in and starting classes. I just kind of lost it.
I
Also,
do
it was
feel like
making
you
me
have to-
sad.
You have to like you have to watch it. I feel like you have to watch it in one sitting because if you are just like trying to watch it like one episode a day, it gets so sad and it's like you have to ride the wave of like excitement and like
I do understand what you mean, Amelia, because I find it really hard to rewatch just because the themes are triggering for me. And
Mhm.
just like the times that I have rewatched it, I feel myself relapsing in certain things. And so I totally get that, but you gotta finish it at least once.
I will. I will.
You haven't even finished
Like,
it once. Like you haven't seen the
never
most
have to
precious.
you never have to watch the last episode again, but some of the like one of the most powerful moments in like the story arc is in the last episode, but also the most like traumatic. It is the worst episode on the history of television. Like when I tell you I was wrecked for like weeks because I was like, oh, so I have to wait until the new season comes out. And so now we're waiting in October, which is great. But same, I've watched the first season, I don't even know how many times because it's very happy and I feel like it shines a light on like queer representation in like a beautiful way, in a way that cinema has not like really shined a light on it. But the second season is like it's like when they're getting into the depths of things and you're like, "Oh, so this is gonna hit a little too close to home."
I'll
I'm
do
gonna
it.
Charlie passes out, and I'm like, I'm gonna just turn it off for now.
I'm gonna take a break.
I think that's
Mm.
where I stopped.
It only
That's why
like
that's why it was
but-
so hard.
you have to like keep going for Tao and Elle.
I know. I
And
love them.
Tara and Darcy when 7 by Taylor Swift plays. Anyways, can we keep talking about 28?
Oh yeah, what were
Yeah,
you
we
saying
should
about-
go back.
What were you saying about Ed Sheeran and like
So Ed Sheeran saying good friend tweeted good friends getting married today,
on what day?
the 28th
Uh,
September.
Gotcha. Lots of September things.
Mm-hmm. Which is awesome because that's my birth month.
I think that's my. Do you ever have birthday associations?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Were you thinking of,
The next month.
yeah.
Yeah. Why
Actually,
is
wait,
that
you want to know
still
what's
in my
crazy?
brain?
But you know what's crazy? My birthday's October 28th,
Oh,
and I know what we're talking about.
yes. Okay. You know what this is about right now.
Oh,
You know exactly the
unfortunately, I do.
subject of this.
I know the subject of this.
Oh, yeah. Wait, does Nathaniel know all the lore about this?
No,
You've got to fill me in.
but I will.
My
Anywho.
birthday-
Like my lore?
No.
No, that's
I know-
why.
I need to know more about your lore.
Okay,
know, but
after this
guys,
episode. Wait, after this episode, can we talk about that?
Yes.
And you
Okay.
should also, you'll just need to visit Nashville so I can meet you, and we can
Absolutely.
we can have like a
Kiki.
a
Okay.
kiki.
So, guys,
I'm sorry.
September
28.
28th, Ed Sheeran, good friends getting married today.
Friends, like
Someone-
not
Like plural.
like friends,
Friends.
plural. So
Yes,
two of his
good
friends are getting married to
two
each other.
friends. Yeah. Good friends getting married today. There's another tweet about a courthouse. There are other tweets that like are all from like Harry and Louis' circle. A few days later, what tweet comes up on everyone's feed? Always in my heart at Harry Styles. Love Louis.
Same year?
Same year, few days later.
Wait, what year was that?
11.
2011?
Yeah.
And so everyone, of course, everyone in the fandom was like,
Harry would have been 18 at that point.
yeah. So
So a lot
everyone's
of
like,
people
they
think
got
they got
married.
married.
So a lot of people still think that's their anniversary. That's when they got married, and they've been married this whole time.
Do you,
This is when I don't believe that. I
you don't think they got married?
no.
I mean, you go ahead and explain what you were just saying.
I don't think they got married because we're so far into the future now. Like, I look at Harry's dating history, Louis' dating history. Like, he broke up with Eleanor, what, 2 years ago, maybe?
I feel like I would agree. I would say she's beautiful. I'm not trying to make
I'm
you
just
feel
saying
bad.
Very good.
it's a bit of a far stretch.
I was gonna say, like, I don't necessarily think I agree. I think it's a far stretch because I'm like, I think it makes a lot of sense that like since they would have been in the same circles, like Ed Sheeran could have been talking about literally anyone getting married. And also, I think because it seemed like the relationship was like continuing to grow. Like I feel like 2011 would have been really early on. Um, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I mean, if you know, you know. Like that's not like to say that's not. But I also think like it would be really, really difficult, probably close to impossible, to cover up a marriage. And then on top of that, because of how many people I think they truly have dated since like a divorce.
Or that many like beards. Like, it just doesn't
Like
make
it just
sense.
that's too much. It would be too difficult to like quote unquote cover up, too difficult to like have people. And I do think some of those other relationships, like specifically like relationships that Harry has been in, like I do think some of those are like actual relationships that did happen.
Yeah.
Lucy,
Like, people think,
I was just gonna say, are we at the point where are like, should we start telling our theories now? Like
yeah,
where we
yeah, yeah.
stand? Okay.
I'm saying like people think that Taylor Swift was a beard for Harry. And you know that doesn't like I don't fully disagree with that because they were dating for a few months. But if you listen to the songs that are about Harry off of 1989, it's like,
But it could have been like she started as a beard, but then like there was feelings, and then it was like maybe it got too real. Do you think that ever happens?
I'm sure
Hmm.
probably that happens. That's the like trope of ever a million love stories. Uh, um, yeah, I don't think they got married, but there are just a bunch of coincidences that happen on September 28th. There was one concert where like Harry like asked the crowd like on September 28th, he said it really loudly and made sure to exaggerate this question. They're like, who here is celebrating their anniversary? And so everyone was like, oh my God, Louis and Harry are celebrating their anniversary. Just kind of like stuff
I
like that that's
think
not like
I think in the very early days, yes, like undoubtedly they had like
Something.
teenage
around.
closeted gay boy feelings, right? Like that seems pretty obvious. And then when management gets involved, you can immediately see the shift. Like I
Oh,
think
yeah.
some of the theories go pretty far, like a little,
The
they're
way they're like
stretched.
separated in interviews, they dodge so many questions. They don't even seem
Right.
like friends. Like,
Also, the Larry code, we cannot forget.
we do have to talk about the Larry code because when Amelia and I were getting like really like into our obsession of One Direction, it was in like 2020. And
I don't even remember exactly what it was.
it was okay. Have grace for us here
I know nothing, so I'll just take everything as fact.
because we had been stuck inside for months. We were going a little bit insane. So yeah, we believed the Larry code. And what about it?
You don't think it's real?
It wasn't real.
No, it's
Okay.
fake.
But it was just
in
for the fan.
2020,
Well, the
we were coming up.
the One Direction TikTok craze during 2020 was insane. So this is
Yeah,
like where it
no.
stemmed from.
You need to know that there was like a One Direction resurgence in 2020
The
because
10-year reunion too.
we were coming up on the 10-year reunion, and everyone thought they were getting back together on the 10-year reunion. Everyone thought they were going to release something. They thought bare minimum they would release the Infinity music video, which has never been released, but we know they recorded it. Which I was thinking about that today, Amelia. I was listening to Infinity on my walk, and I was like, I
Yeah.
need that music video.
Was that from their
Made in the AM, their last album. What was I saying?
Larry code?
Oh, Larry Code. So someone,
You're
this highly like respected Larry account who like said to have insider information, which there's no proof of that. Everyone just believed them. Like released something and was like, Larry Code, they're coming out, they're telling the world, they're together, this is the code. And just release it on this fandom who is crazy to begin with, had been locked inside their homes.
It was just numbers, right?
Yeah, and it was just a bunch of numbers. And so they released it on this crazy community, and I'm a part of that, so I can say
I'm
that.
kind of confused. What do you mean? Like
They just tweeted something.
like and random numbers that nobody
It-
knew what it meant?
Yeah, it was a code,
Let me
and we were
see.
supposed to figure it out.
Yeah, it was
And
like
it was supposed to lead to like the date of when they were
Going to announce.
going to announce that they were together. I don't know. Like nobody really knew what the end result was. All we knew is that we had a code that we had to crack. And Amelia and I worked real hard to crack that code.
Do
Did
we
we?
remember
Not quite. I wish I had taken screenshots back then of
What
like
was
what
the
was going on, but I
page?
was so invested that I just could. I don't like know how to explain it other than this person tweeted a very cryptic code
And everyone went.
and called it the Larry code. And when I tell you, I have never felt so much anxiety in my life. I felt that drop and I said, oh my God, I'm part of something that's about to shift the world.
I mean, I would think so too.
I can't believe that there are people who don't know about this because it rocked my world so hard. It was all I thought about for weeks.
thing that you just did you hear what
I'm
I said?
trying to
No.
see, like I
It
can't
said
really
fingering. You said
find it.
fingering. She said fingering, yada yada, and I like it. Sorry, I just
Oh my God, speaking of, there's a video of Louis and Harry in an interview. Louis goes like this, does something,
I've seen that. I've seen
and
that.
Harry's reaction is crazy. It's in the document if you want to look at it.
And I
Find
thought that
me.
I didn't think I said that, but
you'll have to listen back.
I will.
Anyway,
Hmm.
I can't find the actual code, but
Did someone ever crack it? Like, was it ever?
it wasn't a
It
thing.
didn't come to a fruition. But everyone and their mom on TikTok was freaking out about it. Everyone was like, they're together and they're telling the world this year probably. And there have been so many dates that have come by. They're like they're telling the world this date. And I've been like
So-
I've been sitting on my phone waiting for them to announce. They never do.
I'm looking on Twitter right now, and there are tweets from as early as like 2011, 2012 of people talking about like use this code for Larry Stylinson. Like they were coming up with a lot of code words for them. So I'm wondering if like
Yeah.
maybe it was just some sort of like fandom code. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but we were stressed about it.
It
That
was crazy.
to think
Wasn't
that
there
was the
just like
only thing I was stressed about that entire month. I was like,
Yeah.
rightfully so?
you had to have been there, but it was terrifying.
I would have freaked out.
Here's what I believe. They dated early on. Their management
Absolutely.
did try to cover it up. They lasted as long as they could. They're not dating now.
Where are you at, Nathaniel?
I would definitely agree. I think knowing nothing and then going into this, like just knowing like very little bits, there's a lot more, I guess, than I thought. And it is honestly just like kind of sad because it's like imagine the music we could have gotten. Or I'm like as a musician, I'm like, oh my gosh, like if they had been able to like continue or just like if management hadn't been awful, like it's not a thing that like bands there haven't been members that weren't married or dated or whatever like and I think it was difficult because they were very young but also it's just like it's really hard to see people that are like they were obviously passionate about each other like there's no hiding that there's no denying there was a little something there a little something something but yeah I definitely don't think they're dating now and I also don't think that I wouldn't consider I think it's so far removed that they wouldn't consider getting back together just because of like you know what I mean? Like it's been such a long period of time and they're such different people that I think they probably would always say like I love that person with all my heart, like I respect them so much, like I hope the world and the best for them, but they're just I feel like they're very different people now.
Yeah.
I think you can see connections in their music and stuff, but like you can write about a relationship you had a long time ago, and that doesn't mean you're
Right.
still in love with them.
I think it will continue to come up in their music, but it's not going to be like their world.
And it's
Right.
that same reason that I can never fully believe in my heart that One Direction will break their hiatus. Um,
You think they will?
no,
Oh, I
but
think they
there's an interview with Niall 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and James Corden was like, "Be honest with me right now. Do you think One Direction will ever get back together?" And he like without a doubt, yes.
He was
And so the whole
he
fandom
was
was
hooked up
like,
to a lie detector test too.
"Yeah, he was hooked up to the lie detector." But I've heard that guy just like it's
Yeah.
not real. But
Um,
so
yeah.
everyone was like, OMG. But since then, Harry's released Harry's House. Niall has all of his albums. Louis on a world tour. Liam said that stuff about One Direction that wasn't true, which obviously put that stuff. Zayn's never gonna come back because him and Louis still haven't made up from that beef.
What did Liam say about hands?
Liam
He's like,
said, well, to be fair, I think Liam relapsed in addiction, which
oh,
is why
okay.
he said all that crazy stuff.
Well,
But
wasn't there a fight where he was like,
he essentially said that he was the face of One Direction and that Simon Cowell, we all know it was Harry, and Simon Cowell like wanted him to be the lead guy, but he was
didn't he
probably
say
like,
like,
and he also said that at one point someone shoved him up against a wall and he said like, don't ever put your hands on me again or something like that. He said
I'm
something
looking it
really,
up.
yeah, he said something really strange that
If
no
you
one had ever heard before and was like, and everyone immediately clocked it and said, that's not real.
if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
Oh
on
man.
earth when he said that.
No, I just like I feel bad for him, but also like so much has happened since Niall
That
said
was in the
that.
Logan Paul interview too.
Yeah, he went on the Logan Paul podcast. That's how you know.
That's how you know he's going.
Yeah.
I just so much has happened that I don't think they ever will get back together, which actually is gonna make me cry right now. Because they said it would be 18 months. And it's coming up on 10 years. 10-year break.
Maybe we'll get to 18 years and they'll be like, hey guys.
28 years.
I just also think their music
Whoa.
has evolved so much that they wouldn't go back. But
It was definitely very much like radio pop hit, like radio focused, like in like what music
in
they were
that they didn't
making.
write their entire first album
No, they
because
didn't. It was all
their
like,
management
this
wanted.
is what you're singing, you're gonna sing it. So I feel like because now, like that's why I think I really loved Harry's first like project because I was like, oh, okay. Like I'm able to see like you're able to see like their actual personality and their voice and the way they actually want to talk and sing versus like you're singing this.
Well,
Yeah.
I will also say I understand that, but I will also say that there have been so many interviews of Harry and they ask like, "Did you even like the music you were making in One Direction?" And he said, "Yeah, I loved it. I had so much fun making it." And you can really tell by the end of their albums that they had a lot more influence. Their first album, they didn't write a single song, and you can tell when you listen back.
Mhm.
But especially Louis was writing on every damn song in Midnight Memories, for Made in the AM. Like, that's why their later music is so much better. But I don't know. Obviously I'd love to see a One Direction reunion. Like, if it's ever announced and you don't see me for a few days, I'm dead. Like, I will be found dead. I will have died from stroke because it would actually change my life forever. And for that reason, I don't think it can happen for me emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we
So,
wrap this up?
but I wanted to know what is your final
Oh,
take?
I
What's your standing?
I'm pretty much in agreement. I think like they definitely were a thing in the beginning and then management like screwed with it. Um, keep in mind this was like early 2010s too. So like
Yeah.
Gay marriage wasn't even legal.
That's
yeah,
which is
in terms
crazy.
yeah, in terms of like yeah, celebrity culture and the LGBTQ community, it was just like no. Like it was a very strong no, I feel like.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
think management definitely came in and controlled. And I also think like the reason we said at the beginning that this was problematic is because like yes, with celebrities, you do gotta stay out of people's personal lives at some point, and I think a lot of Larry's definitely took it way too far.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Especially the ones who still think they're I was looking at a website today and it had all of Louis' tour dates and all of Harry's tour dates, like, and where they would, when they would be in the same city and when they could see
right.
each other. I'm like, what a
That's
gross.
invasive. So I think that definitely like if they were still together, that probably broke them up, you know, like that. I don't know. So, but I definitely think like you can tell there was some sort of love there. It could
Yeah.
have just been like, now, I'm not even gonna say that. Is definitely some sort of like romantical feelings. But that's what I got.
And guys, keep in mind, there's so much more.
There's
There's
so
so
much
much more
more.
evidence.
If you
So,
want a part two, tell us to do that.
because
Yeah.
I've got,
Thank you, Lucy.
I could talk about it for
I know. Thank you
hours.
for the education.
Thanks for joining us, Nathaniel.
Go stream Nathaniel's music.
Yeah, you can plug yourself if you want.
Okay. You can find me anywhere you stream music at IRA space ELM. I am dyslexic, so I almost like misspelled that like crazy. But yeah, you can stream. I have two singles out right now, Bedbug and Bad Apple,
They're
and more
so
to come.
good. I have streamed both.
Thank you. No, but please don't feel pressured to. They're silly, goofy. But I love making music, so that's why.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a celebrity. And so because I'm a celebrity, you need to listen to Babble because I said so. That's
Yeah.
my influence.
Everyone plug Babble, please. We're rebranding. We're trying really
Y'all,
hard.
we're rebranding, we're trying harder, we're bulking episodes, so we're not going to skip a week for the next
It
3 weeks.
We're bulking.
we're in bulking season. This should be Carmen Winstead vibes. Like, if you don't send this,
If you don't send this to 15 people in the next 10 minutes, you will see me in your shower tonight, but a much scarier version.
like Carmen Winstead will find you.
Please send
That's
this to 15
so.
people in the next 10 minutes.
If you
Please,
value your life.
please. Literally, like, keep an eye on our social media because we'll probably, if we do change the logo, we'll probably post a rebrand and like
Smash that like button.
But
smash that like
guys,
button. Literally, just repost it. on your
Repost
story.
it on
It has
Please,
like
please.
literally, please.
Also, Amelia, can we please use your background for the Instagram post?
Because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
background, I've been every once in a while, like my eyes just
It's
like,
It's
so
that is
funny.
the
crazy.
backwards, like, are the words backwards for you?
No.
No,
Oh, they're not?
no.
Oh, it's backwards for me.
But it'll switch when we,
No,
unfortunately,
I
it
don't
will
think
be
I don't
switching.
know if it'll switch. It might switch like correctly.
I don't know.
Like I think where
Anyway.
you're, I don't know. I don't know technology.
It's whatever.
We'll figure it out. All right,
Well,
guys.
thanks for joining us, guys. Sorry if it was a little all over the place, but you know I get excited when I talk about things I like.
It was a good one. I think longer episodes are good, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Okay, love and kisses.
Cue the new outro music that I haven't made yet.
Whoa.